can you do when you're in a situation that you don't like? Let's say you're in a job that you don't like, and maybe there's some things you like about it, but there's a couple things where you're like, man, I wish they would do this differently. I wish they would do this better. Maybe it's wanting more recognition. Maybe it's wanting more pay. Maybe it's wanting different coworkers. That's a lot of different scenarios. So let's just stick to maybe a couple of those. If you're in a situation that you don't like certain things that is happening, you can speak up about what those situations are, but sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. Let's say let's say it's your pay. The boss has decided you're only going to get this amount. Maybe you've asked for a raise and they've said, no, we can't do it. Inflation, or the business isn't doing well, or we don't feel like you've earned it. Whatever the thing is, they're not going to do it. So a lot of people would just complain, get together with their coworkers and do some more complaining. The thing is, when we're in that state of complaining, it's kind of like the state of being ungrateful. You're not grateful for what you do have, and you're not grateful for the good points about your job. You're not grateful for the things that are going right. So when we're ungrateful, when we're complaining, that is actually like the devil's territory. He loves when we complain. He loves when we're ungrateful. He loves when we're nitpicking other people, when we're pointing out flaws, when we're saying, oh, well, if I would do it differently, I would do it better, I would da-da-da-da-da. And the thing is, that never gets you anywhere but more miserable. I know it's easy to complain. Like, that comes naturally to us sometimes. But pulling yourself aside, setting yourself to higher standards, and coming up with all the reasons you are grateful, and then even praying for your boss or the person that's in charge of these decisions, praying that they would be blessed, praying that the business would be blessed, praying that they would have wisdom, praying that God would change their heart and make them want to give you more pay or longer lunch break, or whatever the thing is that you don't like, is going to be much more productive. Not only is it going to be much more productive for you and yield to greater benefits than the complaining will, but it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel more at peace, because you're not out there spreading negativity, getting others to think more negative. And then you start talking about all the negative things at work, and then you get together with someone else who starts, one coworker, and then you're talking about all the negative things at work, and then you're talking about like maybe teaming up against the boss or the company to do so, It's one thing if you're in a job where where you're getting below minimum wage, or where you're not. The thing is, if you're working where you're working, they told you what your pay was going to be. You already knew in advance what your pay was going to be. And if you were grateful then, if you don't like it now and you've asked for a raise and it doesn't happen, then you've two choices. And complaining isn't one of them. It's to pray for the situation and be at peace and trust God is going to move you into a different situation, or move on your boss to remedy the things that aren't working for you or don't like, or to go find a different job that you do like. But complaining constantly and being in that negative thing about where you're at is only going to make matters worse. It's not going to make that thing come to you. Anything that we complain about isn't going to change that thing. It's more likely to make that thing stick and stay, because we always get what we focus on. Where our main point of focus is, that's what we usually end up getting more of. So what are you going to focus on? If you start focusing on the things that you love, the things that are great, the things that you're grateful for, you will start to get more of those things. Try it. It works. Whatever you're focused on, that's where you will get more of. So when you focus on the things that you love and are grateful for, guess what? You're going to get more of the things that you love and are grateful for. You focus on the negative aspects, guess what? You'll be seeing more negative aspects and getting more. Don't take my word for it. Try it for a week. Hey everyone, it is Katherine Norland here. I'm so excited to finally be on Cameo. People have been telling me about this for a year or two. So you may know me from Darman Studios. I have been in over 100 episodes. That's the poster they made me after I did 100 episodes. Woo! And maybe you know me from my other projects or the books I've authored, but whatever it is, I'm here to give you a happy birthday or a shout out for your nieces, your nephews, your aunties, whoever it is. I got you.